Now let's test our understanding of the lesson by working on the textbook exercise. So Slaters, please turn to page number 80. Let's check the first bit. Here you have to tick the answer from the given options and also write it in the given blanks. The first one is, high ceilings help to keep rooms dash. The options are big, cool, hot or clean. So Slaters, we know that high ceilings means more space. More space means more air which can be circulated. More circulation of air can lead to making the room cool, as the cool air from top circulates well inside the room. So Slaters, write the answer cool in the given blank. The second one is, roofs made of straw are called dash. And the options are kacha roofs, pakka roofs, havelis or thatched roofs. Slaters, we know that roofs made of straw or leaves are called thatched roofs. So write the answer thatched roofs in the given blank. The third one is, houses which are made of bricks, cement and steel are called dash. The options are kacha house, pakka house, slums or huts. So Slaters, these all strong materials make a pakka house, isn't it? So write the answer pakka house in the given blank. Now let's check bit B. Here you have to fill in the blanks with the appropriate answers. The first one is, dash houses are stronger than dash houses. So Slaters, we learned from the lesson about different houses. We also learned that some houses are not very strong while some are stronger. We understood that when we use weak materials like mud, straw and leaves, it will make a weak house called kacha house. On the other hand, when we use materials like bricks, cement or steel, then we make pakka houses, which are stronger than kacha houses. So Slaters, write the answer pakka houses are stronger than kacha houses. The second one is, multi-story buildings are usually found in dash. So Slaters, we usually find multi-story buildings in cities and towns, isn't it? So write the answer cities and towns in the given blank. The third one is, dash and dash breed in dirty places. So Slaters, which two insects breed in dirty places? Correct, mosquitoes and flies. Write these answers in the given blanks. Now let's check bit C. Here we have to answer the given questions. The first one is, how are havelis different from a house in the city? So Slaters, we read in the lesson that havelis are old buildings with big lawns. These houses also have very high ceilings. These houses have separate kitchen which does not have counters. The toilets and bathrooms are in the backyard. Houses in the cities do not have very high ceilings. They also have bathrooms and toilets inside the house. The houses in cities have counters to cook in their kitchens. So, Slaters, these are some differences which are observed between Havelis and houses in the cities. You can also refer to page number 77 and 78 to answer this question. The second one is, mention any three differences between Kacha house and Pakka house. So, Slaters, for writing this answer, first sketch out a line in the middle of your page. This will give you two columns. Write the heading Kacha house in one column and Pakka house in the other column. Now start writing the differences in points. The first difference you need to write in the Kacha house column. Kacha houses are not very strong. Now in the Pakka house column you can write Pakka houses are stronger than Kacha houses. Similarly, keep adding the differences under both the headings. We also know that materials used for both are also different. Kacha houses use sand, straw and leaves, while Pakka houses are made of bricks, steel and cement. Kacha houses require lots of repairs, while the Pakka houses do not require frequent repairs. Kacha houses cannot withstand strong wind and rainfall, whereas Pakka houses can withstand strong wind and rainfall. Another difference is Kacha houses can be found in rural areas like villages, whereas Pakka houses are mostly found in urban areas like cities and towns. Examples of Kacha house include huts, and Pakka houses include havelis, bungalows and apartments. Let's move on to the third question. What is a slum? What are the problems faced by people who live in slums? Many poor people work in cities. They build small temporary houses near their workplace. These overcrowded areas are called slums. Several problems faced by people who live in slums include: they live in very unhygienic conditions. Drinking water and toilets are not available for people living in the slums. Stagnant water and rubbish leads to breeding of disease-causing insects like mosquitoes and flies. Slaters, now let's check bit D. Think and answer. Why do Kacha houses needs to be repaired every year? So, Slaters, we understood from the lesson that Kacha houses are made from cheap building materials like mud and leaves. These houses mostly have a thatched roof. During rainy season, water drips from the thatched roof. Kacha houses are not very strong. This leads to various damages due to heavy rainfall and strong winds. Therefore, these houses needs to be repaired every year. So, Slaters, with this we come to the end of our first lesson. I hope you learnt a lot about houses and you will be easily able to identify different types of houses. Slaters, I would like you all to go through the textbook exercise one more time and practice the spellings of new words. I will meet you all in the next session. Till then, keep learning, dear Slaters. Thank you.